The world map, a seemingly static image, is actually a living testament to change. Throughout history, borders have shifted, empires have risen and fallen, and new nations have emerged from the remnants of old. Today, we stand on the cusp of potentially witnessing the birth of new countries, driven by powerful forces of self-determination, cultural identity, and economic aspirations. From Europe to the Middle East, movements for independence are gaining momentum, challenging the existing world order. These movements, fueled by historical grievances and political aspirations, have the potential to reshape the geopolitical landscape. As we delve into the aspirations of these potential new nations, we gain a glimpse into a future where the map of the world could look vastly different. In the heart of Western Europe, nestled along the Mediterranean Sea, lies Catalonia, a region with a distinct culture, language, and a long-held desire for independence from Spain. The Catalan people, proud of their unique heritage and economic prowess, have for centuries harbored aspirations of self-governance. Catalonia's claim to nationhood is rooted in a rich history dating back to the early Middle Ages, when it flourished as a distinct entity. This sense of separate identity was further solidified during the Spanish Civil War, a tumultuous period that saw Catalonia brutally repressed under the Franco regime. The scars of history run deep in Catalonia, fueling a sense of grievance and a desire to break free from what many perceive as historical injustices. Catalonia, an economic powerhouse within Spain, contributes significantly to the national economy, leading many Catalans to believe that independence would allow them to better control their own economic destiny. In the northern reaches of the British Isles, another independence movement is simmering, fueled by a potent mix of history, national identity, and economic aspirations. Scotland, a land of rugged beauty and ancient traditions, has long grappled with its relationship with England, a union forged centuries ago. The ties that bind Scotland and England are ancient and complex, dating back to the Act of Union in 1707. While the union brought about political stability and economic benefits, it also led to the erosion of Scottish institutions and a sense of grievance. The desire for greater autonomy within the United Kingdom has been a recurring theme in Scottish politics, culminating in the establishment of a devolved Scottish Parliament in 1999. The Scottish National Party argues that Scotland would be a more prosperous and fairer society as an independent nation, free from the perceived constraints of Westminster rule. In the heart of the Middle East, a region defined by its geopolitical complexities and ethnic tensions, lies Kurdistan, a land without a state, divided among Turkey, Iran, Iraq, and Syria. The Kurdish people, united by language, culture, and history, aspire to establish an independent Kurdistan, a dream deferred by conflict and repression. Numbering over 30 million, they are one of the largest ethnic groups without a state. Their homeland spans parts of Turkey, Iran, Iraq, and Syria. After World War I, the Kurds were promised an independent state in the Treaty of Sèvres. But this was short-lived, as the Treaty of Lausanne in 1923 divided Kurdistan. Despite hardships, the Kurds maintain a strong national identity, their aspirations for independence alive through cultural expression and political activism. The desire for self-determination, the driving force behind these independence movements, is often rooted in a complex interplay of cultural, political, and economic factors. Understanding these underlying dynamics is crucial for comprehending the motivations of those seeking to redraw the map of the world. Cultural identity, a powerful force that binds people together, plays a significant role in fueling separatist movements. Language, religion, shared history, and traditions all contribute to a sense of belonging and distinction, fostering a desire for self-governance. In Catalonia, for instance, the Catalan language and culture, distinct from those of Spain, have been central to the independence movement. Similarly, in Scotland, a strong sense of Scottish identity, rooted in history, culture, and a distinct legal system, has fueled the desire for greater autonomy. Political factors, often intertwined with cultural considerations, also play a crucial role in driving separatist movements. The allure of economic prosperity, often touted by proponents of independence, is a powerful motivator. However, the economic calculus of independence is complex, involving potential gains and inevitable costs. advocates argue that newly formed nations could manage their own economies better. In Catalonia, proponents say the region's economic strength is stifled by Spain. They believe independence would allow for greater investment in public services and infrastructure. Yet, new nations may face challenges in accessing international markets and attracting foreign investment. The emergence of new countries sends ripples across the global stage, altering the geopolitical landscape and creating both opportunities and challenges for the international community. The birth of a nation is rarely a neat and tidy affair. It can lead to shifts in alliances, spark regional instability, and impact global trade and security. For existing powers, the emergence of new nations can present both opportunities and threats. On the one hand, new countries offer potential new markets, investment opportunities, and diplomatic partnerships. They can also serve as a check on the influence of regional rivals, creating a more multipolar world order. On the other hand, the birth of new nations can also unsettle existing power dynamics, potentially leading to regional instability and conflict. Existing states may view secessionist movements within their own borders with suspicion, fearing a domino effect that could threaten their territorial integrity. Recognition by other states and international organizations is essential for new countries to gain legitimacy, access international organizations, and engage in diplomatic relations. The emergence of new countries, particularly in regions with a history of separatist movements, often raises concerns about a potential domino effect. The fear is that the creation of one new nation could embolden separatist groups elsewhere, potentially leading to a cascade of secessionist movements and regional instability. The concept of a domino effect is rooted in the idea that successful independence movements can have a demonstration effect, providing a blueprint for other groups seeking self-determination. The success of one group can inspire others, demonstrating that independence is achievable and potentially emboldening them to pursue their own aspirations for statehood. This is particularly true in regions with complex ethnic and religious divisions, where existing borders often reflect colonial legacies rather than shared identities. However, it is important to note that the domino effect is not a foregone conclusion. The road to nationhood is rarely smooth. Once the euphoria of independence has subsided, newly formed countries face the daunting task of nation-building, of forging a cohesive society, establishing effective governance, and securing their place on the world stage. One of the most immediate challenges facing new nations is the establishment of effective institutions of governance. Creating a functioning democracy, ensuring the rule of law, and protecting the rights of all citizens is a monumental task, particularly in societies emerging from conflict or authoritarian rule. Building a strong and inclusive economy is another crucial aspect of nation building. New countries must attract foreign investment, develop sustainable industries, and provide opportunities for their citizens. This often requires navigating complex economic transitions, addressing inequalities, and managing expectations. Gaining international recognition and building diplomatic relations is essential for new nations to thrive. The potential emergence of new countries serves as a stark reminder that the world map is not static. It is a living, evolving tapestry shaped by the forces of history, culture, and the enduring human desire for self-determination. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, we must be prepared for a world in flux, a world where the geopolitical landscape is constantly being reshaped. The rise of globalization, the resurgence of nationalism, and the growing interconnectedness of our world have created both opportunities and challenges for the existing world order. The forces of integration and fragmentation are pulling in opposite directions, creating a dynamic and often unpredictable geopolitical environment. In this era of uncertainty, it is more important than ever to embrace dialogue, diplomacy, and a commitment to international cooperation. The emergence of new countries, while potentially disruptive, also presents an opportunity to reimagine the international system, to build more inclusive and representative institutions. The world watches with bated breath as the forces of self-determination continue to reshape the geopolitical landscape. Will these movements for independence succeed in redrawing the map of the world, or will they be met with resistance? Only time will tell. The outcome of their struggles will depend on a complex interplay of internal and external factors, from the strength of their movements to the response of existing states. What is certain is that we live in an era of profound change, an era where the old certainties are being challenged and the map of the world is once again in play.